Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you got Cletus Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show. Cletus Cassidy Show. Already know Mr. Funny Man. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to another edition of See You in the Morning. I am, of course, your host, Cletus Cassidy. Excited to be here with y'all. Reminder, DC Comedy Loft. Get the tickets. I am here on a Friday. Good morning, good morning. If you are wondering what is See You in the Morning, well, it's quite simple. It's my horrible idea to get up in the morning, every morning. Well, every weekday morning, Monday through Friday, and tell y'all too much of my business. Get in there and just give you too much. Just be like, hey, this is what I got. I got this going on. Too much information is what I end up giving on a daily basis. But it's a great ride though. We ride around through the recesses of my mind, and we have a good time with it. Now, if this is your first time hearing this, you're about to experience something so cold. If you've watched this before and you decided, hey man, I'm gonna watch it again, I thank you, because you could have been anywhere in the world. You chose to be here with me, and I appreciate that. The only thing that stays constant on this show, the only thing I can guarantee that's gonna happen every show, is me getting out and speaking to people. If you speak to me, I'm gonna speak back. I'm Southern. It's a requirement in your Southernness. If you grow up in the South like I did, it's a requirement. Look at me being sleepy this morning. Tired. I'm getting there. All right, I'm here. I'm awake now. Look at that boost of energy. You have to speak back, and that's what I'm doing today. I'm speaking back. The first three people, of course, get the mythical medals. So shout outs to the bronze medal winner, Mr. Denzel Glover. Denzel, not to be confused with Washington Glover. Good morning. The law firm and real estate agent, Jackie Brighton Riddick. Good morning. I haven't seen you in a while, Jackie. Welcome. Melissa M. Kuther, like Luther, with the gold. So the gold goes to Melissa Kuther. The silver goes to Jackie Brighton Riddick. And the bronze goes to Denzel. Come on, bro.
Is it okay for pulling one of your shoes?
Which one?
Your white and blue Air Jordans.
My white and blue ones.
Mm-hmm.
Which one? Also here today, Calvin J. Hill. Good morning. Courtney Weston and Murphy. Good morning. Good morning, Z. How are you? Delisa's in the building. Snoop's here. The Pride of North Carolina. Courtney Weston and Murphy. Good morning. Good morning. Franita, good morning. Z's in the building, good morning. Trouble is here. The future clerk of Portsmouth Circuit Court. Let me see. Oh, no, you can't wear those. Nah, you too hard on shoes to wear those.
Okay.
Yeah, you can wear the ones you wanted to wear yesterday, the gray ones with lock on the back if you want to.
Okay.
It's happened. It's happened, y'all. I've officially got a child who wears the same size shoe that I wear. And he came in, he wanted to wear some of my Jordans to school. And I'm not trying to be stingy. But he decided to try to wear a pair that means something to me. No, sir. No, sir. Not the Carolina Blue Jays. Not the Carolina Blue Kicks. I had to go on the block. Used to wheel it bicycle since I was 6. No, sir. What's going on, PP? Patricia Pippin's in the building. Lisa. I do look like I'm just waking up, don't I? Good morning, Big D. Dennis. Lakeisha is in here. Letitia. Joyce Brown is in the building. Big Steve. Kim Tucker is in the building. What's up, Snoop? Saying good morning to Deuce as well. Eminem, good morning. I was. Let them be. Now, listen, let me tell you something. No, sir. No, sir. That was a real shoe that he wanted to wear. I can't let him wear no real shoes. I can let him wear a pair of shoes that I ain't thinking too much about that I just kind of got. But we talking about some real shoes? No, absolutely not. Let that baby wear them shoes. You go get him some. He got his own shoes. That's my thing. He got shoes. It ain't like the boy ain't got shoes. He got shoes. I got shoes. He got shoes. All God's children got shoes. Huh? You out?
Yeah.
Have a great day, man. Nice shoes.
Thank you. The reason why I wear shoes is because those are too small and all of your shoes are really good.
All of my shoes are really good. Goodbye. Have a great day, man. I'm not picking you up today. All right. That's not what's happening today, Denzel. As y'all know, my son goes to a Catholic school. Strict guidelines on what they're able to wear. Strict guidelines on what they're able to wear. So he couldn't wear those today. Couldn't wear them today. Too much. So he goes to a Catholic school. They got strict guidelines on what they can wear. They could pay $5 a day. It was a fundraiser. If they paid $5, they could wear regular clothes. They couldn't wear they didn't have to wear their uniform. So he paid the $5. He paid the $5. Yeah, Will Smith did it in Fresh Prince. That was also a television show. They not playing that. You got to have the Buster Browns on. You supposed to have on. He wears khakis. Khakis, a polo shirt. Is the normal uniform. On days where they got to go to mass, they got to wear a white button up, white collared shirt, tie, khakis. The gym days he can wear tennis shoes and sweats. He can wear his gym uniform. But other than that, but the gym shoes, they supposed to be basic. Just white, black. That's it. They'll come in there with no reds. The Catholics don't play that. Catholics don't play that. Ain't no Jordans in heaven. So the Catholics is like, no, we're not gonna do this. That's not what we're doing. You can only wear heaven-approved sneakers. If they're not wearing them in heaven, you're not gonna wear them in this school. That's what they said. I wonder how they feel about sandals. I feel like a good sandal is something they should be able to wear. They should be able to wear a sandal. You should put them in there. But yeah, we wearing the same size shoe, man, and it's crazy. I don't appreciate it at all. I'm not a fan of it. I'm not. So now I have nothing. I have nothing. My daughter already steals all my hoodies because she's into the whole. She likes to wear an oversized hoodie. Oh, Dad, I just borrowed one of your hoodies, and so now he's taking all my shoes. It's already nothing. I'm already the parent that tries his hardest to find stuff that my kids don't like to eat. You say what you want to say about me. If I find an item that I know my kids don't like to eat, I purchase it every time. I purchase it every time. Every time I can find a food that I know they don't like, I'm buying it because it's my only refuge. Sometimes I'll act like I bought it by accident. So I like Dr. Pepper. It's my one guilty pleasure is Dr. Pepper. I love me a high quality Dr. Pepper. Suddenly, my kids started to like Dr. Pepper. My kids, they never drank no Dr. Pepper. I tell people all the time, when I go out to order food, I say, can I have a Dr. Pepper? If they be like, we have Mr. Pibb, I say, no, I don't want Mr. Pibb. I want Dr. Pepper. I insist that my soda goes to college. If my soda don't have no degree, I don't want it. Give me a soda that's been in medical school. Don't be trying to give me no Mr. Pibb. Mr. Pibb is not Dr. Pepper. Mr. Pibb had not had a dedication to go to college the way that Dr. Pepper did. Dr. Pepper put in work. It's 23 flavors. Mr. Pibb doesn't give you that. Root beer doesn't give you that. Don't try it. Don't try to give me no root beer. Don't try to give me no Mr. Pibb. No, definitely don't give me no Dr. Perky. Definitely don't give me no Dr. Perky. Suddenly, my kids started liking it. My kids started liking Dr. Pepper, so I was like, this is ridiculous. I can't even have Dr. Pepper. So now, the creators of Dr. Pepper, I figured out that 23 flavors ain't enough. They started adding additional flavors to Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper has the strawberries and cream Dr. Pepper, which I find delightful. I don't like it more than the regular, but I still like it. I will sacrifice for myself. I bought some of the strawberries and cream and found out the kids don't like the strawberries and cream one. So now that's all I buy. No, it's not as good as the regular, but it keeps them from drinking it. I'll buy it. I buy a soda. I sacrifice taste. I buy a soda that I don't like as much just so the kids don't drink it. And I don't feel ashamed about it. I buy chips that I know they don't like. I buy peanuts because I know the kids don't like them. And I be like, hey, look here. I know y'all ain't finna touch these nuts. Y'all leave my nuts alone. Not only have I heard that here, but in Michael Jackson's house. See, it's interesting when you got to sit down and have a conversation with your kids about your nuts. Ladies, y'all don't know what that is. See, ladies, y'all will just give up your nuts. Whatever y'all got, ladies, y'all give it up. Ladies, they think the opposite of dads. Ladies, y'all out there making sure y'all buy stuff that your kids like. No, I buy stuff that I know my kids don't like on purpose. Leave these nuts alone. Y'all stay up off these nuts. I make it uncomfortable. Now, last night, I'm going to tell y'all I had a really uncomfortable moment with my son. And I realized that fathering is hard. Fathering is difficult. And you get into these moments. You get into these moments where you realize that you shouldn't be having these conversations with your kid. So I have, I don't know if any of y'all go into like Ross or TJ Maxx or those crazy stores, especially around Christmas and other holidays. This is where you get all your junk gifts for dads. This is where you get all the dad's junk gifts. Stuff that you just don't really, it's not really good gifts, but they're gifts that you get a dad. So you'll find like little poker tables and fake dart sets and all kinds of stuff like that. So now I'm in one of those stores. I can't remember which one it was. It might have been Ross. I don't understand the unholy allegiance that women have to Ross. I need somebody to explain to me why Ross is so important to women. You're going to be able to get your Feli tube socks out of TJ Maxx, Ross, one of those kind of stores. You're absolutely right. Kohl's, all of them. I don't understand what the Courtney, you are the first woman I have ever met that said I don't like Ross. And I'm sure right now a lot of the women in the chat are cursing your name and wishing ill will towards you for what you're saying about Ross. But I was in Ross. I'm gonna say Ross. I can't remember. All of them are the same store. I don't understand why y'all act like Ross is better than TJ Maxx or Kohl's is better than TJ. Ross, Kohl's, TJ Maxx, Burlington, all of them are the same store. All of them are the same store. You can put lipstick on a pig, but it's all the same store. I know a young lady that will break her neck if she see a Ross. She go to another city. Is she worried about the architecture of that city, the historical landmarks, any of those things? No. She worried about where's the Ross. She get into a town, she get excited and she see a different Ross. I don't understand it. I got a whole brother named Ross, and I don't even care about him. And you talking about the store? No. Rod, is not different levels. They all the same store. They all the same store. The other day, people was going crazy because Ross had a 49-cent sale. They were selling stuff in the store for 49 cents. People lost their minds. They lost their minds going to Ross to buy 49-cent stuff. But I was in there and I found this, it's a contraption. I found a contraption that makes shaped ice. You can make shapes. So, you know, it's really supposed to go for when you bartend and you have people over, you go offer them a whiskey sour or whatever you offer them. Hey, you want a shot of whatever, Jack Daniels, and they be like, you want it on the rocks or, you know, straight up or on the rocks. I literally bought some rocks. They had some little rocks that you can freeze and put in your drinks. It's supposed to be decorative. They didn't really work that well. I took an L with the rocks. But they also had these molds. The rocks didn't melt. That's why they had the rocks. You can put the ice in it. The rocks don't melt. The rocks was like, they stay cool. Right, dirty or neat is what you're asking. So they had this decorative mold that creates these spheres of ice, like little planets, little globes of ice. You can put them in there, bam, and it looks cool. I've seen it on TV. Technically, it was just ice balls. Apparently, they melt slower, blah, 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 blah. I bought one. I took them out yesterday, and I yelled at my son, "Hey, son, come see my balls. Got these giant ice balls. Come check my balls out." It was a weak moment for me. I didn't think it through. I invited my son to see my balls. I didn't think about it till late. And after I had said it, I actually didn't want him to come. But it was too late at this time. Now he's on his way. The ice balls are cool. They should be. They're ice balls. Now he's on his way to see my balls. I show him the balls. Got six balls, which is probably a medical condition. I got 6 balls in there. My son immediately got excited by the novelty of the balls. Took one of the balls out, showed to him. He got excited. My son's like, "Ooh, can I get one?" Now I'm also confused. What are you finna do with these balls? I don't know what he wants the balls for. What I feel like I'm introducing him to a lifestyle he shouldn't be living by offering him balls. And I'm like, what you finna do with the balls? It ain't nothing you can do with them. It's just a ball of ice. He was like, I'm gonna put it in my mouth. Now you are expressing to me that you finna put balls in your mouth. Now I can't be homophobic and do what probably if I had a dad, my dad may have done and punched me in the face for even suggestion that you do this. And I don't want to normalize it. I don't want to normalize it. You know, it's so much to it. You know, I keep telling y'all being a man is the hardest job out there. But nobody listens to me. I didn't know what to do. So I went ahead and gave it to him. He throws a whole ball right in the mouth. Now he walking around, I was like, balls in the mouth. I'm just like, you know what? I've raised a stripper that I tried to avoid. I thought I was safe with the girl, but nope, it was crazy. So my son ended up with ice balls in his mouth last night. Not a good night. Also, in the subject of taking L's, I was home last night. I got a text message late at night. And I know nobody wants me sexually, so I figured it's not a booty call. What is happening here? Why am I getting a late night text? You know, when you know you're not wanted sexually, when you get a late night text, it's usually somebody requesting money or somebody died. So we just got rid of my aunt. I don't know what else. Who else could go? Now, if somebody else died, I was going to appreciate the value of you going ahead and letting us get a 2-for-1. If you're going to go, all y'all go together. But that's not what it was. I got somebody, people equate all things Portsmouth to me. So somebody was watching a show called Botched, Botched, Botched. It's a program where they go over failed plastic surgeries. People have had plastic surgeries. The plastic surgery didn't work out, so they come to these two doctors, and these two doctors fix the plastic surgery. Well, last night, there was a young lady from Portsmouth on there. She was loud and proud of being from Portsmouth, Virginia, former dancer at Magic City. And she had some work done to her rear apparatus. She had tried to put junk into her trunk, I guess, for work purposes. I don't know. And it didn't work out right. Whoever she went to probably wasn't certified or whatever, and she had some interesting shapeage in her rear end. The doctors called them shark bites. Parts of her behind won't there no more. It was all bad. I didn't know. I guess this is a medical show, but they went straight cheekage. They showed full cheek. They were right there. This was before the surgery. They were like, let me show you exactly what's happening. They put those cheeks on display. It was interesting. I'm gonna try to show y'all the cheeks. Those cheeks were there. I couldn't believe what was happening. So we made it on Botched. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know if this is a moment of pride for me. I'm always happy when Portsmouth makes it. And so I was in. I was all in. I watched the whole show. I sat and watched it. And there were other surgeries. There was a young lady. His mom took her to get a nose job at 17, and the nose job didn't work out the way that she thought it would. So she was in there getting her nose job fixed. There was a lot to take in. And when they fixed her cheeks, it won't like her cheeks came out perfect. She still had bad cheekage. Let me see. Look, there it is. Them cheeks was on full display on Botched. That was what you got. But they even went even further later on in the show. Right now, she got the little thong in. I don't know if that makes a difference. But those were some high quality Portsmouth cheeks on Botched last night. Oh, my fault. So we made it to the big time, even if it's just cheekage. I can't remember what her name was. Her name was searching for the episode for educational purposes only. Hopefully they didn't use her real name on the show. I think it was something like Shakia. She said she was a Portsmouth stripper in her younger days. I've also got a picture of her full frontal. We can go ahead and look at her face. Let's see if I can pull up. I got a full frontal picture as well. Frontal picture of the cheeks lady. Yeah, let's go on up there. And I know it's gonna seem like I'm being judgmental, but I'm not really. I just want y'all to see the same cheeks that I saw. She didn't give her stage name. That would have helped a lot. What I think kind of made me upset was when she said she was a stripper and the person sent me the pictures like, does she look familiar to you? So what are you saying? Are you saying that I peruse? There she is there, her and her mom. You can see the look of shame on the mom's face. The mom realizes what she's raised and what has happened. She is, in fact, in love with a stripper. So she doesn't know really how to deal with it. But if that's y'all's cousin, Portsmouth, she made it. She made it a bot. She's got a TV credit now. I think she had a bad BBL. There was some silicone in there. They had to remove all the silicone. It was a lot. Then they had to move the cheeks. He had to create a fat flap and then fold a flat flap into her cheeks, then bring her old lower cheek up. He stapled the cheeks. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all. That body stapler works way too simply. He was just like, go ahead and staple the cheeks together, nurse. And she was like, yeah, stapled. Yeah, stapled. Lakeisha said, no, that work was done here. You know her? But he did fix it out of her favor. And she walked out. He got the sharp bites out. Listen, so I'm telling you right now, ladies, if your cheeks have gone wrong, there's somebody out there that can make your cheeks right. Oh, she didn't have a BBL. She had biopolymers. Okay. All right. Well, whatever. It was work related. So I guess that's why she did it, just trying to get an advantage at work to be better. All right. I'm getting ready to get out of here. I got to go to the funeral home today. Not for me, of course. Got to go. I got my auntie on ice. And so we got to figure out when we're going to release the Kraken, let her go. It's always about the funeral services, putting those together. Got to pick out a nice casket, the Heavenly Express, doing all that. So one part of my show that I love is that I do listen to my listeners, to my viewers. And if my viewers send me a question, I take it to the people. You can always inbox me your questions. If you think you got something you would like for me to discuss on the show, it's not a problem. I got you. If you see a Portsmouth stripper getting their cheeks fixed, I'm in. What's up, Brother Shy? A young lady had an interesting situation happen to her, and she wanted me to bring it to the people. Now, in this scenario, ladies, y'all are single. You're not currently married. You don't have your husbands, your boyfriends. You're currently single. Guys, you kind of think it through on what y'all would do if it's happened to your daughter. But as we all know, dating sites are the more popular sites now. People are doing dating sites. People are meeting on these sites. Man, my Christian Mingle, dry. It's dry as the roads that Jesus walked on, but they got them. You got Christian Mingle. I think the gays have Grindr. I think everybody has Tinder. I think there's a way that you swipe. I don't know. I think even Facebook now has dating. Dating sites are what you want. If you have now the opportunity to reach out and touch somebody in a different way. No, my Christian Mingle username is my rod and staff comfort you. But that's not what we're here to discuss. A lot of people are using these dating services pretty much just as a brothel, just a way for them to find some cut up. Is how they used to refer to it, as some cut up. But some people take legitimate dates on it. This young lady met a young man and they were conversing via, however they were doing it, via text, inbox, whatever you call it. Good morning, Judge Smith. And she finally agreed to go on a date with the young man. She finally agreed. I love to progress from us talking via phone or telephonic device. She didn't tell me whether they FaceTimed or what, but she was like, I was ready. Next level. Let's go on a date. She didn't care where it went. It could have been Olive Garden. It could have been Cheesecake Factory. She's not picking that way. Feed me Seymour. That's only on Christian Mingle, Lisa. So the young man agrees, and she says, come and pick me up. Now, she doesn't know the young man well enough to give her home address, so she actually goes to a friend's house. She goes to a friend's house and is like, pick me up from this address. Now, if he's a stalker, he kills the friend first, and she's been warned. That's what you want. Send them to a fake address first. I don't even see a problem of going to somebody's house you don't even know and just standing on their porch. Go to somebody's house you don't even know, stand on their porch. Then he picks you up from a stranger's house. That way, if he tries to break into the house or see you, he's at a complete stranger's house. They call him the police. You win. You've avoided a stage 5 stalker. But she went ahead and had him met there. And when he pulled up, she looked at the car and she noticed something different about the paint job on the exterior. The exterior of the car caught her eye. It wasn't the candy paint. It was that the car was riddled with bullet holes. Riddled with bullet holes. My question is, he pulls up on that date, car full of bullet holes. Ladies, are you still going on the date? Bullet holes in the vehicle, are you still going on the date? What? And if not, what's the excuse you give to not go? Are you just straight up and you like, no, I ain't getting no car with bullet holes? Bree says she ain't going. And now if Bree ain't going, let me tell y'all something. Bree is one of my closest friends in life. We've been through a lot of life experiences together. And Bree ain't scared of nothing. Bree is like having a homeboy with woman breasts. She's not manly, but she ain't worried about nothing. If Bree says she's not going, then it's not good. Lisa says not only no, but H no. Another H no from Z. If you ain't going, now I know it ain't worth it. Lakeisha always going the other way. Shannon says not going. Dolores, no way, not going. So what is I'm allergic to bullets. That's gonna be the reason why you tell him I can't go. I'm allergic to bullets. Lynette, not going. Franita says definitely not going. It's only because his car's not bulletproof. So if his car was bulletproof, you go. But what's the excuse we giving him on why we not going? Because he here now. He done used his gas. Gas is at $2.99 a gallon. I done drove all the way over here. And now you just don't want to go on a date. I don't know that it's the bullet holes that did it. So what's your excuse for not going? Alicia said the truth. She's like, hey, dog, use bullet holes in this car. Now, can y'all just still go on the date and drive separate vehicles? Or is the date is over? Right, okay. We turn down people with bullet holes. You don't know the story. You don't know the price of the bullets in my Alabaster car. He's blocked from that point on. What if he bought the car used? It already had the bullet holes in it. Ain't no ride or dies out here no more, Pastor Shy. What happened to the ride or dies? And those were your two options. I done got frozen. No is a complete sentence. I done got frozen. Y'all stay right there. We all know the IT department here is horrible. I'm working on it. But it's a bad department. They're underpaid, underappreciated, and so sometimes they just don't let stuff work the way it's supposed to work. I'm not ashamed to admit it. Oh, my fault. Y'all had to get that. Well, volume.
volume.
The volume
Oh, the
came back
volume
up. I
came
had
back up.
turned it
I had
off
turned
at
it off
first.
at first.
So y'all,
So y'all are not allowing the date to happen. If you ask what his job was, and his job, he was an accountant. He's an accountant. Normally, accountants don't get shot at. Man, y'all are something else, boy. Y'all just a few bullet holes. You gonna let a few bullet holes stop you from love. I don't know what he's mixed up in. I'm ride or die, but not for someone I don't know, and it's a first date. What if and here's a true story, right? I've known people who have had incidents where it was just in their neighborhood. They were out there shooting in the neighborhood, and my car got hit. I ain't had nothing to do with me. What if that's what the case was? So you done missed out on love because you judging because he just ain't took his car to Mako yet. He finna get it fixed. He just needed a minute. Couple of days from now, I'll have it done. If we had went on this date 3 days later, you wouldn't even have seen the bullet holes. I had the car parked in my mama's house. My mama lived in a bad neighborhood. I've gotten out of that neighborhood. No reason, no rationale. You don't even want to know what happened. I'm waiting on my check from the insurance company. Y'all know how the insurance company do. That's crazy. He was willing to do all that. Y'all don't even want to know that man's story. But here's the thing. Men gotta listen to the stories of women all the time. Now sometimes the man don't care because he's still trying to get what he want to get. Sometimes a man don't care about your story. I ain't gonna lie to you. There's a lot of men out here that they could care less what your backstory is. Your backstory means nothing to them. They just trying to get the yams. Guys, what is, from a car standpoint, what could happen to a guy that make you be like, no, I'm good? I'm going to tell y'all what, ladies, y'all may not believe this. The only thing men look for in a woman's vehicle is if that seat's lean back. If you want a man to start acting crazy, let him roll up on your first date. We meet, even if you don't pick me up, even if we meet, and he look at your car, he not looking for what kind of car you got. Some of those things are telltale signs. If it got rims on it or something of that nature, I'm like, But if that man gets to your car and that passenger side seat is leaning all the way back, it's a problem. It's a problem. We ain't even believing it. Here's the thing, and there you go, Z. What if we got sons? We don't believe you let your sons ride comfortable. We believe that your son rides in the vehicle the way it's supposed to be driven. We don't believe that you let your son ride with that seat back like that. And we're expecting you as a woman, as a mom, once he gets out the car, you tell him, hey, put my seat up. If a man meets a woman and that seat's leaning back, dead giveaway. Dead giveaway. And I don't want to hear your backstory. If your house has bullet holes, that means it's seasoned. Z said, yeah, you're right. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. That's the only thing that's the only thing about a car that a man, some cars are a man's car. Sometimes a guy, you can tell, be like, that's her man car. She cheating. Guys just got certain vehicles. Women, here's the thing about women. Women are going to feminize their car. So you can't even pretend. My cousin came down from Richmond the other day. He was driving his wife's car. And I knew it was her car because she had the bedazzled steering wheel cover on it. Everything else about it was an SUV. Everything else about it said non-gender conforming vehicle. Until I seen that bedazzled steering wheel, I was like, well, bro, you can't even lie about it. He said, man, I refuse to drive her car. She gonna feminize that car. Ross said it right there. If she drives an F-150, that's her man's car. Show me a straight woman with an F-150. I dare you. You can't do it. There are no straight women with an F-150. If a woman is driving an F-150, it's either her man's or she keeps a penis in the car. I'm just telling you, Lakeisha collecting them, that's probably a problem. A man ain't gonna believe a woman collects classic cars. But of course, you don't check any appropriate boxes. You bilingual, you do a lot. You strange. You and Z are different. I can't count y'all. Z say I like the F-250, but you don't have one. You don't have one. I love big trucks. Okay, you ain't got one. I bet you love a big truck on a man. The big truck turns you on, but you driving that Prius. You driving that Honda Accord. Some cars are questionable. I met a young lady with an Impala one time. She had a Chevy Impala. I had questions. The Chevy Impala, that's not a woman car. That's not. Z said, I'm buying one for myself, but you don't have one yet. I'm telling you right now, you get that big truck, your dating life is going down. If you get a big truck, I'm telling you now, Z, if you buy a truck, if you pull up in an F-250, the only men you're going to attract is cheaters. They're not going to want nothing serious from you. They're going to know you got a man, but still try to get some. I'm okay with Z getting the truck. I'm just telling you now, Z, if you get that truck, you only going to try. I don't know your relationship status at the time, so you might already have a man. And that's fine. But I'm telling you now, from that point on, when you go to Food Line, Walmart, grocery store, the only men that are going to be attracted to you are going to be men that are cheaters. Because they're going to want you regardless of your man. There ain't no way. If you see a woman, fellas, back me up on this, fellas. This is what I need y'all. If you see a woman get out of an F-250, there's no way you think that's her truck. Call it what you want to call it. Call it toxic masculinity all you want. You see a woman get out of F-250, you be like, that's her man's truck. Her car must be in the shop. Thank you, Rod. Thank you, Snoop. Not at all. We know that it can't be. It had to be something, or her granddaddy's truck. I know a young lady, her dad had an F-150, and when he passed away, he left her the truck, and she drives the truck in honor of her daddy. But that's it. Lakeisha, you would drive a car with the driver's side on the wrong side. Ain't no way. Z, I'm not saying Z said I had a Chevy Impala. What's wrong with it? Ain't nothing wrong with the Impala. But the Impala is not generally known as a car for women. The Impala is not known as a truck for women. They gonna drive it. The damn woman ain't going to nobody's church and no F-150. Listen here, I'm telling you what. A woman with a truck, that's useless. Why is a woman driving a truck. Trucks, when you got a truck, that means you here for the heavy lifting. When you driving a truck, that means you here to move furniture. That means throw a refrigerator in the back of this thing. That means I'm going over into terrain. I'm entering into harsh lands. You a woman, you ain't got no business being in no harsh lands. You ain't got no business with no refrigerators on the back. You got the only junk that we need in your own trunk. The truck ain't even got no trunk. I'm telling you, you ain't even gonna be able to get in. How you getting into a truck with heels? You can't even get up there. Now you messing up the truck because you ain't even gonna. As you a woman, you ain't even gonna have the rails to just step up on. You probably gonna pull out a little fancy fur covered step stool to put down there so you can climb into the truck. Man, you messing up truckness. I hope the dealer don't sell it to you. No, get your truck, Z. Trucks ain't for women. Trucks just ain't for women. I got a very close friend of mine. She has a Jeep. That's the closest I'll let women get. That Jeep. That's the closest y'all get. Is that Jeep. Anything more than that? No. Y'all get that Jeep. Sometimes you can ride around with the doors off. A woman getting out of a Jeep is fine. The Jeep is a woman's truck. Because if a man gets a Jeep, then he got to do man stuff. If a man gets a Jeep, he got to take the doors off. If you're a man with a Jeep, you can't have the doors on it. Jeep is a bisexual vehicle. The Jeep is a bisexual vehicle. You get a Jeep, it can go man or woman, but if a man got it, you got to take them doors off. So the big boy SUV, when a woman starts driving around in a Escalade or what's the other big one? The Suburban. Same thing. We think that's your man's. And that may be reason number one. I don't know your relationship status either. So if you single, then that probably will be it. That Suburban will drive a man away. Drive a man away. Man don't want to see a woman in a Suburban because there's only two things that Suburban means. If I can be 100% fellas, y'all can back me up. If y'all are scared, just say you're scared. And my brother was on it right there. The Suburban only means one of two things. Either you got a man or a whole bunch of kids. A Yukon Denali, man, bunch of kids. Two no-goes. And see, why did you have a Suburban? Because your boys was playing football. And there's an S on boy. So that means multiple kids. You already said it. How about a Hummer? If you drive a Hummer, I don't think you care about life. Only person I know with a Hummer is the illustrious Senator Louise Lucas. And then she just did that because she flexing on them. She bought the Hummer when Hummers were unattainable for blacks. She's like, let me go ahead and get a Hummer. Why can't it mean we like the outside? Z, I don't write the rules. I don't write the rules. I just know what the rules are. And the rules clearly state. Woman, big truck means kids. I ain't never met a woman who owns one of those large Tahoe. No, Tahoe is a downgrade. Who got one of those Yukon Denali's extended cab, Suburban, anything that you see security guards drive. I ain't never seen no woman who got one of those who it won't her man's or she got a bunch of kids. That Expedition, Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Let me get ready to get out of here, man. And ladies, listen, these cold, hard facts that I give y'all, ladies, if I'm giving it to you cold and hard, you got to accept it. Ooh. This right here got me. Today's word of the day is throwing me off. I got to listen to it. Y'all hold on real quick. Okay. I got it. If I see you pull up in a white Bronco, then I already know. Now that's a date I'm not going on. You pull up in a white Bronco, we not going on that date. I didn't freeze. It just looked like I did. Today's word of the day is a lexicographer. Listen, I don't know. It's not me. A lexicographer is an author or editor of a dictionary. Noah Webster believed that a lexicographer's work was to document a language as it is used without any judgment or subjective influence. Lexicographer. Lexicographer. Took me a minute. Lexicographer. Lexicographer. Now, I love those kinds of words. I love those kinds of words. Lexicographer is up there. Cartographer used to be one of my favorite words. Or map maker. Cartographer used to be one of my favorite words. Lexicographer might be in there. I'm going to hit somebody with that, a lexicographer. I'm going to have to hit somebody with lexicographer. Terrible job if that's all you do is write or edit dictionaries. If all you do all day is take diction, that's another job I don't want to meet. The lady, a stenographer, I don't want to ever date a stenographer. Because that's all the stenographer does is take diction all day. And that's no. Nobody wants to sit there and take diction all day. 8 hours of taking diction, it's not what you want. Ladies, I know y'all enjoy it, but you can't tell me that you want to spend 8 hours a day taking diction. You can't. You cannot. Lexicographer. Lexicographer. Not as cool as a cartographer, which is a map maker. Definitely, you don't want that as a stenographer. Now, if a woman puts on her Christian Mingle, I'm a stenographer. All I do is take diction. I'm in. You're gonna have to change it up, though. You're not gonna attract the right man. If you put up there, I'm a stenographer. All I do is take diction. It's gonna be different. If all you do is dictate. All right, I'm out of here. It's Friday. It's the beginning of the weekend, man. So everybody have a fantastic weekend. Figure out a way to have a good time. Good time. You should have a good time. We're going to get out there and have a good time on this weekend, man. So many people live for the weekend. We just living all the way to get to Friday, man. I think we got to figure out a way to enjoy Monday through Thursday just as much as we enjoy Friday through Sunday. That weekend comes and goes too quick. What up, JP? The weekend is like my father. It comes and goes. Never to be seen again. So y'all have a great weekend, man. Y'all know the motto, man. Make somebody feel good today, even if that somebody just happens to be you. I believe you can do it. I got it. I got faith in you. Share the show with somebody. Let somebody else see it. Remember, DC Comedy Loft, March the 3rd. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be at the Scream. We're going to have a Scream at the Scream. Other than that, I'm getting out of here. Y'all have a fantastic weekend. Peace.
Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you back play this Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show. Funny Man, coming to you and making you laugh again.